And hello and welcome to MTG Study session 100 and probably 18. Yes, this is the Alex Connect sandbox. My name is Alex, and let's just start or continue the new beginnings. Oh, wait a minute. What's up with the camera? What's up with the camera? It wants to go there. I don't know. I don't have control over cameras. So yeah, we back in Magic Arena. Finally, we are working with the open beta. So I actually started the new season, the 5th season, last week, but unfortunately it wasn't consist of Magic Arena at all for the reason of the fact that basically Magic Arena was not available at that time. Like exactly the time that I needed to stream, Magic Arena was unavailable, it was on maintenance or whatever, or something was broken. So basically instead I had to play Magic Duels, and the session itself still will be the way that it is. So again, the last session was kind of we started with we started with MTG Study, we finished Arabian Nights. From now on we're going to focus on only playing Magic Arena. The second part of the session was streaming Magic Duels because Magic Arena was unavailable, and the third part I recorded separately and uploaded it on YouTube, so you can check it right now. Or later after the stream, better. So if you want. So yeah, I guess let's just start again. I already played Magic today. I almost covered everything that I needed to cover, so we're not going to bother about quests. What we're going to do, I guess, we're just going to start with making my Tree Seekers better. So quick revisit. So yesterday I finally finished opening all decks, so all pre-constructed decks, so there's 20 of them. So Arcane Inventions, Dragon's Fire, Forest Smite, Primal Fury, Artifacts Attack, Superling Swarm, Wrath of Mages, Tactical Assault, Graveyard Pash, this is mine, Eternal Thirst, Jungle Secrets, Strength in Numbers, Chaos of Mayhem, Hours of Majesty, Walk the Plank, and of course that's it. So these are all decks, pre-constructed decks. At some point I will delete them, so I'm actually not planning to play with those decks. I want to focus on creating my own personal stuff. So these two decks are the decks that I'm building right now. I'm still in the process of finishing my Singleton deck. Hopefully till the next Singleton we're going to actually finish it. But for now on I actually have kind of a temporary Singleton's deck, which is temporary. So it's going to be changed once this will be opened. Again, in most cases all cards are collected. There's a couple of cards left, like a couple of Planeswalkers. So again, it's actually a lot, but still. And because of this I'm focusing, since most of the cards that I need are from the Exelon, I'm focusing on collecting cards from the Exelon. So basically my collection goes this, since now this is an open beta and we're not going to lose the progress, hopefully. I'm buying boosters from Exelon mostly. The next one is from the Rivals of Exelon, and the third one is Dominaria. So basically I'm focusing on 3 sets. I'm not buying any boosters from M19 and Ravnica because we're kind of slowly getting open those boosters. Yeah, so that's it. Go, go, go. Check the sound and go. Yeah, so that's it. The last thing that I will do though, I don't believe, yeah, let's just not do this today. It's pointless. Let's just, no, let's just do this regardless. No, let's just not. Let's just go and play. So I want to focus on my Tree Seekers for now. I actually kind of created a Nature Seekers in new deck, which works with elves, but there's a lot of things to gather for elves, so we're not going to play it at all. So for now we're going to stick to the Tree Seekers in the first hour, and the second hour we're going to play our modified version of the Seekers. We're going to kind of repeat the same thing as we did on Friday in Russian stream, because again, from now on, it's kind of going to be a slow process of getting collections together in order to build proper decks. So I don't want to build decks any time soon. I want to focus on building these decks up to their proper standard. Get this pretty decent hand, and only then I'm going to think about building other decks. So again, it's going to be a slow progression. There's nothing to rush, nowhere to rush. I mean, we could go slowly. We could go slowly. Oh, Selesnya. No, pretty cool. Lens Searcher. Seriously? I need to think about adding this Lens Searcher in one of my decks. In my mono green. Again, slowly learning the meta game. Okay, let's just put this one. It will allow us to look at the top of our library. It's also a pretty decent blocker. Until we're going to get third land and combine the dinosaur with this. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be a probably elf deck. So yeah, first we're going to put this one in play, and then let's just top this one. It probably was a mistake though, but again, it's better to reveal it now, knowing what's there, because if it would be a land, we would put it in our hand. It's interesting, are we able to activate it like outside of our turn? I believe we are. Probably going to be a buff. Please don't steal away my 1/3. Okay. Giant Knight. So, we're playing against Selesnya. I don't know. I didn't play that much. Against archetype decks. Okay, we're going to get it. Good. We got land. Oh snap. Guess what we're going to do? We're not going to fight 4/3 because it's going to kill our 2/3. I'm going to fight this. It's a pretty annoying one. Although it's already played, it's not especially annoying. Big Bang Sui. Now we're able to click Scorpion. Convoke. Okay, and there's a Battlefield Exile. Seriously? Okay. This is the first time that I'm seeing this card. Exile target non-permanent. It controls. Leaves the battlefield. Okay, so we need to actually consider putting this card into one of our Seekers the deck. Okay, let's just put this one. It's a pretty shame. Going to top that one. Okay, there's no land. And we're going to keep that one for blocking. If opponent decides to. Okay. I'm actually not feeling well. I mean, I have a pretty severe headache, which doesn't getting away, even after the pill. So, okay, let's just first reveal. Let's hope for the land there. Yes, good. Because that way we might put something bigger in play. Not. I'm not able to. Okay, then let's just put this. Oh no, we're going to lose these two. It's a shame. For now we have some type of a protection. Again, opponent not going to be able to remove our 5/3 with any type of spells because of the hexproof. 4/3, kind of a problem. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, you gain 4 life. No, it's already worked. But if opponent has a multiple copy, I guess it might retrigger. Yep. We need to remove 4/3 as fast as possible. Because if opponent's going to put a second copy, it's going to retrigger, I believe. And I'm 100% sure that opponent has multiple copies of this card. Seriously? Okay, that was kind of cool. choose attackers. Yeah, I'm not going to attack. Reason being, I wanna keep 5-3 for block. We don't have that much life. Probably next turn we will be able to convoke. I don't know, 7, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have like less than 3 creatures to tap. Yeah. So we will be able to convoke. But again, don't forget that opponent might just remove our Impervious Worm or Great Worm pretty quickly. Get out of here, Scorpion. Oh, snap. So we have a lot of choices at this point. So putting P.E.K.K.A. Worm seems like a good idea to get 7 lives. This one is the last choice. So right now I'm kind of, I don't know what to decide. Okay, we're definitely not going to put this one because that way opponent is just going to kill us. If I'm going to put this one, I might risk putting something small on a battlefield, and I'm going to spend a lot of money on it. So I guess the only thing that I could do at this point is just play P.E.K.K.A. Worm. Pelaka Worm. P.E.K.K.A. Pelaka. I remember this worm from the old days. So it's going to give us life, and if opponent decides to attack with everyone next turn, fine. Yeah, we're going to keep that one for later. I want to check if we will be able to activate this ability during the opponent's turn, because I'm not sure if we do. It's a shame that we don't have any dinos, because these guys would become 3-3. I mean, we have a lot of dinos in this deck. One of them is exiled. One of them we saw on the bottom of our library. Another one. It's a pretty cool combination. I mean, Convoke and this, every time that it gets tapped, you don't need to attack with it, which is pretty cool. Okay, goodbye 7-7. Probably a good idea that I didn't play Worm. Then again, playing Worm probably would be a bad idea because for that I need to tap most of my creatures, and opponent would just basically kill us if I would did that. Yep, opponent still continues to attack with all. So right now I think, I don't know what to do at this point. There's a lot of things. And I guess opponent still has buff. Let's just do something like this and skip the rest. Yeah, opponent definitely has buff. Okay, we're going to tap it. Okay. It's not a land. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, at this point, it's super bad. Okay, let's hope for the dino. There's no one to kill there. Oh snap. Yeah, the reason why I hoped for the dino, especially this type of dino, is to kill as much as possible. So this one already played. This is pretty annoying one, but we need to eliminate something that... We're going to kill 3-3 right now. First, let's just kill this. Oh no, we don't have... Damn it. Yeah, we don't have a land. That means that in order to get a land, we need to tap this one. And then Rabbit Bite. Whew, we got lucky. So, okay, so now we're just going to deal damage equal to... Let's just kill 3-3 now. The only problem is... Yeah, now we don't have any blockers. I mean, opponent could remove 12-12. And we're done. If opponent is going to put a couple of buffs. This is the first time that I'm playing against this type of Selesnya deck. Yep. Of course. This is a... Yeah. Yeah, we're almost done. Pretty quick. There's nothing to do at this point. I mean, I'm not going to be able to block everything. Putting this one in play is not possible. Putting this one in play is going to cost me a lot too. But at least... Yep, we're done. We're done no matter what. I never even attacked. At the beginning, I won almost all matches, like the first week of Magic, of course. The second week of Magic, people got used to Magic, they kind of bought a little bit more cards, gathered a pretty decent collections, and now we actually see much more, I would say, proper decks. Yeah, it doesn't matter. In order to kill us, 2 damage needs to be dealt. Yeah, we're able to do this turn. It's a shame. It's a shame. I don't know how to fight that. Again, for some reason, my previous deck was much better than this deck. I mean, my temporary Truth Seekers deck was much better than this. Maybe we need to change something here. Let's think. I still want this, it's pretty cool. We still need some type of removal. Because green doesn't have that much of removal. I already thought multiple times about removing this or not, but again, it's a pretty good idea to have this dino to either gain life or make it bigger. This just basically gives us a land, which we need a lot. This one again helps us to fast-pace the library. Yeah, 4 copies of Ranging Raptor. We didn't get any much Ranging Raptors this session. It was pretty bad. Just one that got killed. I guess we didn't get lucky with cards. Again, this deck is pretty decent. I mean, if we get lucky enough, we'll be able to do everything that we want. I already thought about removing a second copy of the Gorklaw. Originally I had only 1 copy. But again, if I will remove it, I need to replace it with something small. With something that will give me a land. I also thought about removing the Elemental Horse, like Mare, but again, this is one of the only cards that has hexproof in this deck. The second one is, of course, this. And we need something. This is the only thing that gives everyone a trample, which is a good thing too. This is the only card that has vigilance, usually it's a good idea. This is the cheapest big card that we have. This is basically a game winner. Can't remove it. This is again card that has 2 possibilities. Can't remove it. If I have enough lands, I could fight. It actually saved a lot, saved a lot of matches for me. And I also need a lot of cards with reach. So because of this, I have this. Pekka I have just in order to gain lives and draw a potential card. This is again a good card to attack and assign damage like it weren't blocks, which is pretty cool. Especially it could be awesome if we would have, I don't know, maybe we need to remove this one from here. Definitely need to keep that one. Definitely need to keep that one. Definitely that one, and definitely that one. So again, I don't have that many choices in terms of the remove, what to remove. We could remove this Elemental and basically replace it with something smaller. Because at this particular instance, although I like it a lot. But yeah, we need to make this deck a little bit more fluent because it's super slow. What to do? Something that could give us a lot of mana. Second copy of this one doesn't seem right. Something small with Death Touch to scare opponent. Second copy of this one, I actually had it before. Maybe it could be a good idea to put a second copy of this Merfolk, because it kind of allows us to explore, and it has the potential to make this creature into 4/3, which is again 4 and greater. And it also helps us to work with the top of the library, which is pretty cool. Because again, I want to replace it with something cheap and something that could give us a potential land. And this could potentially give us 2 lands if we have 2 in a row. Yeah, let's just try this now. It seems like I have everything that I need in this deck, but sometimes I'm just not getting lucky enough in terms of the situations, and in the end turns out that I'm losing. And it makes this deck ineffective for some reason. And again, I'm playing not for the efficiency. I'm playing for fun, and I love all these cards, how they work together. And I get that some of them are not necessarily working together the best way. But for me, I'm seeing them together. And since this is my deck, not a freaking net deck, this is my choice. Milkaholic. Yeah, today I'm super low energy, so usually I'm a little bit much more higher energy because again, I have a pretty severe headache for all day, and nothing helps. I mean, to get rid of it. I guess it's a neck thing. Oh, Boruses. I played with against Boruses probably only a couple of times, so let's just establish something like this. Probably. The reason why I put this one in play, because there's a high chance that opponent might use a... Okay, this works too. Cool. Usually if we're playing against an aggro deck, opponent usually kills the first creature that you put in play. And if this creature is not going to be killed, even if this creature is going to be killed with Lightning Strike, it's still going to give us a needed land. So... I'm not going to attack, stay in defense. I'd rather block with Range Interrupter and get additional land. Again, Range Interrupters and Savage Stomps are the core of this deck. The rest, the other cards are just playing a supporting role, especially like the Overwork Mind, Mighty. It basically gives us it basically works pretty good with the Dino, and it also produces a mana for us. Okay then. Guess what? It can be countered. It also can be killed. Unless you have a land against Hexproof. Huh? It doesn't mean that we're going to win this match. I mean, like, right now we get lucky enough. I'm probably going to kill our... Yep, the combination. And Shaman's Fire. Okay. Good. Opponent used a couple of spells. A couple of direct spells, which is a good thing. It's a shame. We don't have much. So next turn, if I will be able 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the next turn I'm 100% is going to poke a Pelaka Worm. We need to gain health, because the health at this point is the important thing. because opponent might kill us next turn with combination of direct spells. So gaining life. This is the reason why this worm is here. To get back on the worm in this particular instance. Let's just attack with both of these guys. I'm good to keep that one on block. Yahoo! We won our first match for today! Tony is happy. Nah. Tony likes that. Tony likes that. Haha. So good. And I also kind of can't go higher in rank yet. I don't know, because I'm... Okay, enter the battlefield. You may tap any number of untapped gates you control. Okay, draw a card for each gate tapped this way. Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Okay, it kind of works if you have a lot of gates. It works better, I guess, if you have... We'll continue. If you have deck like my best of 3 deck, the Colder Seekers, that has a lot of lands out there, and if I will put a lot of gates out there, like different gates with different color, it's an artifact deck, this could be a pretty effective one. At least I'm seeing it there. I also, in this deck, I also have to have the 2 copies of Memorial to Unity, but I have only 1. Still. Didn't have enough wild uncommons. Oops. Okay. 100% range interrupter. It might be a counter spell there. And since we have 4 copies, we could lose one of them. Yep. This is probably the first time that I'm playing against a counter spell deck. I mean, I encountered a couple of counter spells throughout this time. We have 2 copies of Gorklaw. Yeah, we have 2 copies, so I might play one of them. No, there's a highly chance that opponent might counter it. Let's just put Brontodon. Yeah, this is probably my first counterspell deck in a week, or in a second week, I don't know. This is crazy. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcerer spell, put a charge counter on this one, remove 2 of them, draw a card, remove 5 of them, and it deals 5 damage to any target. This is pretty crazy. Okay. Okay, let's just risk it. I doubt that opponent has a counter. Oh no, there's a counter. No, there's a jump start. Good. There's a draw card. EZs are freaking crazy. I mean, the cards that EZs have are crazy. I believe this is one of the strongest guilds right now in the new Ravnica. I mean, the returning of this goblin, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Again, yep, no counter spell. But again, opponent might take a counter spell, so don't. Please don't have a counter spell. Yes. So now we're just going to fight with Range Interrupter with this. Let's hope that opponent doesn't have any returner or damage dealer or whatever. I don't believe that there's any buffs there. Opponent might return either my Range Interrupter back or the goblin itself, or do something, I don't know. Oh, yep, shock. Good. So we're going to get two lands from this encounter, which is pretty cool. Which is a good thing. The more lands we have, the better. Yeah, we lost our Engine Raptor, but again, it gave us 2 lands, which was sick. So yeah, now we're kind of set when it comes down to lands, which is pretty cool. So 3 counters, again, remove 3, remove 2, draw a card, remove 5, deal 5 damage, and opponent needs 2 lands for that. So this deck is probably, okay, let's just bluff. Let's hope that opponent is going to counter that. And let's just hope that opponent is not going to counter that. And if opponent will, we still have 3 mana to pay. An opponent might not have enough mana to do both. So yeah, I talked about this land. This is the only land that able to basically fight against... Okay. That able to fight against Hexproof, which is pretty cool. Never used it though. Never saw people use it. But the fact that it's present here is definitely not a good thing for us, because we have a couple of creatures with Hexproof. Run! Run, Scorpio, run! See, opponent decides to draw cards instead of dealing damage to any target. It's a pretty interesting choice. Again, I guess this is a passive deck. I don't believe that this deck has that many of creatures. It's probably like based on a lot of combos, like this. Like a lot of direct spells and multiple combos that involve that. So in this particular instance we don't have enough creatures, so because of this we're going to do that. Sacrifice, look at the 5 cards of our library, and hopefully find a creature. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one if opponent is going to put creatures in play, which I doubt will happen. But I guess I'm not going to play it yet. I'm gonna wait till opponent is going to put something in play, which I don't believe that is there, so I don't believe that opponent has that many creatures in this deck. Or maybe opponent has, but just waiting for them. Usually these decks are playing that way, so you kind of, I don't know, slowing down the opponent. Yeah, let's just play it, whatever, without a kick. If opponent has a counter spell, whatever. If not, that's cool. I still have kind of a bluff. Yep. Because I don't believe that opponent has that many cards, like creature cards. And if opponent has, they're probably flying ones. Flying drakes. That will enter battlefield a little bit later and kill us with 1 turn. So yeah, opponent didn't get any counter spells, which is good. So potentially, if opponent is not going to place anything in play, next turn we're going to win. Or if opponent is not going to remove our cards, our creatures from play, we have exactly 7 damage next turn. Hello, roll. Yep, -3, goodbye 5/5. Because there's a lot of cards there. 7. Okay. Good. You gotta be kidding me. Ugh. Okay, we need to play at least one of them. And it's better to, right now, to actually attack Raul instead of the character, because Raul is going to create a lot of problems. It's a pretty hard choice though, but... Oh snap, there's a removal there. Yep. Lightning Strike. Which is again fine. The less Raul has, the better. This is the problem, like right now, I don't know what to choose, either to attack opponent or attack Raul, because again, one thing that I need is putting a pretty big creature in play. Oh snap, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I will continue to attack Raul for now. If opponent wants to protect Raul, whatever. Jumpstart ability kills me. What is this? Target opponent may have this one deal 4 damage. If the player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. It's not a good idea to give opponent a lot of cards though, but dealing 4 damage isn't a good idea either. 4 damage, since this is a direct spell deck. If you decline, your opponent draws 3 cards. Okay, let's just take an action. Because 4 damage, it's a little bit better than potential 2 lightning strikes that could give us, like, deal us 6 damage, so. Or 3 lightning strikes. How many of them are... Yeah, opponent still has 2 more lightning strikes at least. Okay, the first creature. Yeah, I guess we're going to lose this game. It was pretty inevitable from the beginning. I mean, this is like strict control deck. And it's pretty good with in control when it comes down to the jump start. It's pretty annoying, actually. Again, there's a good chance there's a counter spell there again. Although this deck doesn't have necessarily that many counter spells, so I believe all counter spells that this deck had already out. We're going to do this next turn. We're going to put this thing on 5-4 and hopefully we'll win. Let's bluff a bit. Okay. Okay, 6 already. Okay, right now let's just give opponent what opponent needs for 2 lightning strikes. Now again, I want to take an action. Next turn opponent potentially could kill us though. With these, with replaying these 2. Okay, that was probably a mistake. Opponent could kill us next turn. This turn. Go with -5. Maybe opponent could kill us either way. Yeah, we had nothing at this point. We don't have anything with haste, so we're not going to be able to put things in the play right away, attack with it. And of course we get a stupid land. Yeah, the next turn is going to be the last one, so I don't care. I'll just put everything that we can on this and attack. We're done regardless. Okay. Concede! Again, opponent could kill us previous turn, I don't know what, it's just like playing with our nerves. Tony said, we lost the match. Yeah, we have about 20 minutes, we'll continue to play with this deck. Again, it all depends against what type of deck we're playing. If we're going to play against straightforward deck, it all depends on luck, I don't know. We're not going to lose it, like, we're not going to win every match, we're also not going to lose every match. It all depends on luck. You're not going to win every freaking match, no matter what type of deck you have. Okay, we have pretty, like, a lot of lands. We have Dino, we have Stomp and Worm. Yeah, let's just take it. It's actually a pretty decent hand. It seems like it's too many lands there. Usually I want to take the hand with 3, not 4. Seriously, we're playing against the same guy? Actually don't remember the nickname of the previous guy. Or gal that we played against. Okay. It's a shame. You tell me no one plays today? Today is that day that no one plays? It's going to be killed right away. Yep, with shock. It's better to lose this one than to lose something that potentially could give us mana. I have a lot of big creatures here. This dino is more not like just a destruction and something to give us life. So kind of somewhat disposable in some places. Okay, of course. Run! Run, Scorpio! It's a shame we're not going to be able to use fighting with this. Our opponent's just going to sacrifice it, so we're going to wait for something better then. Hopefully Raging Raptor is not going to die. You gotta be kidding. Ugh. It's actually fine. It's fine. At some point, the opponent is going to lose all of. What is this? Cyclops Shaman. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this one gets plus X plus O until end of the turn, where X is the dead spell's converted mana cost. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Okay. Try to kill that. Yeah, it's going to be pretty complicated, like, not easy to kill that one. But opponent could just basically continue to return it back, which is a good thing for us, because it's going to give us a lot of life. Okay, so I doubt that opponent is going to count anything, so let's just kill 08. Opponent might buff it, or do something, I don't know. Just 2 lands there. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Okay, whatever. Opponent saved one. Well, let's just play cards for now, till we can. Because next turn we might not be able to. There's no point of attacking though. Although I will still attack. I will bluff into it. Shame that I'm not able to sacrifice this one. Oh, freaking Scorpion! Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm not afraid of this Scorpion itself. What I'm afraid of is its shadow. Shadow kind of scares me. Okay, this is something that opponent potentially could counter. That's probably the reason why opponent doesn't have anything here. Like, didn't play it much. Okay, there was no counter spell, which is cool. And okay, it's time to actually sacrifice this one. I probably should attack first to bluff. Okay, let's just put this one. It's going to help us to play this worm. Attack with all 3 of them. 2 of them. At least, well, hopefully we'll start to deal some damage. Okay, opponent definitely will play something and kill it. Yeah, +4, pretty cool. Noise. Yeah, I probably should not do this. I probably should attack first. That way I might just sacrifice it and kill this artifact. It wouldn't be just pointless death. Next time should do that. Okay, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, first thing that we're going to play is this. Opponent might counter that for some reason, I don't know. And it's a risk, but we need to take it. At this point it's kind of pointless to attack with all of them though, but I will. It doesn't matter. The more spells opponent is going to play right now, the better for us. So yep, definitely again plans to kill our 5/3 by jump starting the same card. No. Ew, that was pretty cool. Noise! But still, we're pretty close to killing the opponent. I mean, 6. Oh no. Opponent might just jumpstart, gain a lot of things, and just kill us with this thing. This is not a defender. It can attack. Why it killed it though? Oh. Okay, it gave us a card at least. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I want to force opponent into playing thing right now. Jump starting this thing to kill it. Nope. This is actually a good thing. Opponent is going to deal less less damage to us. Okay. It's pretty bad situation. And another one. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, opponent. Okay, jumpstart 4. This will deal us 4 damage. This could deal damage only to a creature, which is a good thing. If we don't have creatures, it's kind of pointless. And only 3 cards. We need to finish it fast as possible, but the problem is we don't have anything that could kind of attack. We need creature that has more than 8 life. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, no. 10. Okay. Still not enough for the worm, seriously? 9, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we need 10. Ugh. Opponent might kill us this turn though, if opponent plays smart. Yep. -9 with this. Again, I'm saying the same thing. EZs are pretty annoying. I mean, it doesn't matter what you have. EZs are going to erase everything that you will put in play. I'm usually not playing against EZs at all. I mean, lately there's more EZs than before. And today I guess we only won one match. Yeah, we're going to play the last match with this deck in this part of the session, and then we're going to switch to our... Oh snap, this is pretty bad. Look at... You gotta be kidding me. Okay. We kinda have to take it though. Oh snap. I have crazy headaches, sorry about that. But again, I can't control it, so... Seriously? Is that again? I guess this is the time when we play. These are probably a different type of EZs. But it's still there. This crazy element of control. And again, you can build a different type of EZs. You can build them based on the direct spells, you can build them based on creatures, and they still going to be relatively strong. I'm not that big of a fan of this guild. I love... Why it's unstable? Yep. Yeah, I'm going to die without even putting anything in play. Ugh. My bitrate completely down. It's basically died. Then again, it relatively easily could be killed. Like this. You gotta be kidding me. How awesome is that? Opponent got lucky. Yeah, we're done. Oh, this is freaking annoying. Yeah, we're going to... This is massive bullcrap. This is massive bullcrap. Gotta be kidding me. Yeah, stream is down. Completely down. I mean, it has like 16 kilobytes speed. It's probably already down there. I'm not going to relaunch it, screw it. We have another hour. I don't want to create two separate recordings. Just don't want to. It doesn't stream well, but at least it has... Yep, I'm offline, whatever. Let's just continue to play outside of the stream. I don't want to relaunch it, it's just stupid. Okay, we're going to keep that one. It's pretty cool. Hopefully it will reconnect automatically. Speed kind of goes up a little bit. I don't know what's happening lately. Things are falling apart. Yep, it relinked. Opponent stole Rapid Bite. Yeah, snap, we got a lot of lands. So opponent knows that we have Wine Mare, but opponent doesn't know that we have a territorial Allosaurus, so we need to be careful with that. Let's just play everything that we can at this point. Twitch, you killing me lately. I actually started to have problems with this program lately. I need to rethink. Maybe I need to try to reinstall it. The problem is if I will do this, I'm not going to be able to stream. This is the only program that I'm able to stream Magic from without lags and record it without lags. I mean, not necessarily. It doesn't put that much of a... Not only Magic, like a lot of games actually. Yeah, we're going to use this later. Let's just put this guy. Attack with both. Of course, opponent probably will block with 2-1 and 1-2 and kill 5-3 because this is the only way how to kill it. Oh, it can be blocked by black creatures. This is actually a pretty good thing. Good. Boom, boom. What? Crazy demon. Oh, Lazar. Okay, we need to think right now. When Lazar enters the battlefield, surveil 1. With X, it becomes a copy of target card in your graveyard with current mana cost X, except its name is Lazar. This is pretty bad. But opponent doesn't have enough mana to... No, it actually has. If I'm going to kill 6-6 right now, opponent is just going to multi-copy it and put another copy of the 6-6 with him on the battlefield. So it's probably not a good idea to kill it though. What I will do... I kinda don't have another choice. I actually don't have enough mana for it, yeah? Yep. Okay, let's just then put this one in play. It's time. It's freaking time. I don't wanna give up on additional mana. And I'm not going to attack, of course. Yeah, stream is back. Finally. It lags there though. It's back. Yeah, it's back, finally. What happened then? Okay, got murdered. I'm planning to... Okay, right now we could attack with this guy. So next turn, if our Carnage Tyrant will be in play still, I'm going to put Declare Dominance on him and fully attack, if I will survive this one. And hopefully opponent will, I don't know. Okay. Opponent doesn't have another choice. Need to put more creatures in play, or it's done. Yeah, it's a good thing that I didn't kill a 6-6. I could twice. Not once, but still. Yeah, stream is back, good. Because I hate stop recordings, because then I need to upload on YouTube 2 versions of the video, and I kinda get tired of it at some point. It's better when it's just one big file. You upload it and that's it, and you post it. Because of the headache, of course, I'm in a pretty bad mood overall. I don't know. It's just... You can be super fun and happy when you have a headache. It's annoying. And when you're losing constantly, it annoys you even more. Hopefully opponent is not going to kill us right now, because we're pretty close to dying. I don't believe that there's any buffs like this. So it's time. Let's hope that opponent doesn't have a counter spell. Please don't have a counter spell. Please don't. Even if opponent has counter spell, it doesn't freaking matter. I'm just going to use Savage Stomp. Later then. Ideally we have to win. Oh, wait a minute. You can activate this ability from the group. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, it's actually pretty cool. And we will try to use Savage Stomp right now. It doesn't seem probably like a good idea because opponent has to sacrifice one of the creatures. I will do this regardless. Let's try to kill this guy. So now opponent will try to save 1/1. Opponent has only 3 mana, so opponent could just turn it into freebooter only. Yep. So I guess we're winning then. Unless opponent has something there. I don't know, maybe a returner. But again, how can you return 11 and 5/3? Okay, but I guess it's still enough to kill opponent, yes? Opponent will block 5/3 and that's it. Okay, that was a weird choice. Yes! Tony's happy for now. We won 1 match. This is the 2nd match. So again, with this deck, throughout this hour we played a lot of matches, but we won only 2 of them. Again, this deck has the ability to win. Right now we won against, not EZs. Against EZs it's pretty hard to win though. So yeah, 5. It's a bad thing that we don't have a stats. How many matches I played. It's pretty annoying. Okay, let's just do the next thing. So right now we're going to, the 2nd hour we're going to play with the light versions of the Seekers from Singleton. But before that we have a couple of cards to craft and put in this deck. So let's just think of what we could remove from here and what we could replace first. So what the first card that I 100% sure is always going to be in this deck is of course Hungrowth. So we basically have to craft Hungrowth right away. This is the best Planeswalker ever. So the next thing, it's probably Raska. We actually kind of, Raska is what, oh, we don't have, yeah, not Raska. Let's just go through gold. Oath of Teferi is kind of a good idea too, because we have a lot of Planeswalkers and we need something that could give us additional activation ability. So Oath of Teferi 100% too. Okay, so what else we need here? Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifices all other. This is kind of a cool thing. I guess we don't have any massive destroyers anymore in this deck, so it could be a good idea to have something like this. But at the same time, I also need artifacts like this. And the reason why we need artifacts like this is because it's better to spend gold on this than to any other thing, because these artifacts you can add into any type of deck. So the only thing, so let's just see if I have those 2 artifacts in my best of 3. If I have them in best of 3, then I will 100% crop them, because that way I'm going to crop for both decks, which is pretty cool. Actually, don't believe if I have those here or not. Probably should. Not necessarily. Yeah, I don't have here. Don't have them here. Even in sideboard. Even in sideboard. Okay, we need to think then. And also I need to remember what cards I crafted. So it's also a good idea to craft a lot of lands because we will need them. Especially those gold ones. They are super important. Not only for this deck, but for the best of 3, which is based on lands. Yeah, let's just scrap this one. This is definitely we need this one here. We're going to use this one except instead of Approach to the Second Sun. No, I'm not going to scrap that. Okay, we're actually pretty close to building this deck, which is pretty cool. I mean, here and there, a couple of cards left, but I'm getting closer. So yeah, this is pretty like crazy question. Like right now, either so this one allows us to scry 1 and put a landmark counter on it, and then create 3 treasures. No, not this one. This is probably better. If we're not going to have lands, this will definitely help us, because the whole point of this deck is lands. But having something like this is kind of cool too. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifices all other creatures they control. Since I don't have that many creatures in this deck, and most of the creatures that I'm going to sacrifice are replaceable, will be replaceable. The base for this deck, by the way, is Squee the Immortal. Oh, by the way, yeah, it could be a good idea. Right now I have Phoenix instead of the Squee the Immortal. But let's just buy Squee though. Goblin. Yeah, I completely forgot about the Squee. So Squee the Immortal is the first card that I want to have here. This is the only card that we will bring back and multiple times on multiple occasions. Yep, let's just buy it then. And we will remove Phoenix from here, because Phoenix is kind of cool, but it's not necessarily working good. So it's unkillable card too. So basically, before that, I had in this deck Scarab God, but since now Scarab God is not available to us, I decided to put something that could work like Scarab God. That could be basically be replayed multiple times without necessarily dying. And Phoenix, you still can kill Phoenix pretty quickly if you have like playing against EZs. So it's not that easy to kill. It's the Squee. Squee is basically unkillable, which makes him awesome. So because of this, Reckoning Phoenix is also always going to be in the sideboard. This is the only card in the sideboard though. PH. I don't remember how Phoenix. Yep, here the Phoenix. So we're going to put it in here. We also, I actually opened this card a couple of days ago. We need to think maybe we need to put this Phoenix too. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast 3 or more instants or sorcery spells this turn, you can return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. This is actually pretty cool. It's kind of unkillable too, so let's just put it in sideboard. So the reason for those cards, we're going to try them occasionally. We don't have that many creatures in this deck. The only creature that we have is probably Squee the Immortal, and these two. And we're never going to have them in deck like at the same time. I'm just going to replace the Squee with them depending on what we're playing with. So that's it, kind of. The rest of the cards are crafted. We need more gold and mythics. So yep, and now we continue to collect mythic rares and rares to put in this deck and to make it better. The rest of the cards we kind of already... Oh, we actually don't have this one, which is a weird thing. We definitely need to craft it. This is the one that you need to have in your deck. Good. So now, there's... Yes, of course, because we have a lot of cards that we can play. So now let's just add all these cards that we talked about in here. So Squee, remove Phoenix from here. Put these guys to here. And go with lands. Put the one that we just opened. This one. Of course, now we need to remove one of the lands. Let's think what type of land we need to remove from here. Something that basically enters the battlefield tapped. Forest, not necessarily a good idea. Forest of Mountains. Enters the battlefield, sacrifice unless you pay 1. Yep, let's just remove this one. Okay, so what else we added here? We bought Squee and a couple of Planeswalkers, yes, on Groth. Yep, we put on Groth in here. What else? What else? What else? I kind of forget what I bought already. Seriously. We had 2 golds. So 1 gold was spent on Squee, the Ungroth was used on Mythic Rare, and now I need to remember what else I bought. I really don't. Let's just go and see. Nope, this is the wrong deck. The Seekers from Singleton. Oh yeah, remember. So this the Sanguine, basically the sun. Again, this card basically replaces the approach to the second sun to us. Kinda actually thought maybe we need to put this one. Seriously? That's not a cheap one. Wait a minute, this card needs to be somewhere at the beginning because it costs X and 2. I need to find it based on mana cost then. I don't see it anywhere though. It seems like I remembered the name. Here it is. Yeah, so now we need to find what to remove from here. So for now, I have this one to replace a couple of mythics, couple of planeswalkers. I have this to replace planeswalker. So of course we have more creatures that we need to have in this deck. Because of the fact that we don't have enough planeswalkers. So a couple of cards will stay in this deck for now. Now we need to decide what to remove from here. So we need to remove 2 cards, and it's probably going to be either this or this. This one showed itself inefficient. I don't like cards that basically put cards on block, and so this is the first one to go. Yeah, we need a lot of removals. This will help us to search land, although we actually might remove it. No, it will help us to search a specific land we might need. This thing is definitely a savior for this deck. Something like this might be deleted though. It's pretty fine, but I mean, no, yeah, let's just remove this one. Okay, now it seems cool. We have something to draw cards, we have a couple of removals. So far so good. Again, this is the singleton deck, so we have 1 copy of each card only. And since we don't have the event itself, we're going to play it in regular ladder, which actually works fine. But with this deck, you will get pretty long matches. The cool thing about this deck, you play a... it's actually a pretty good contrast to the deck that I played before. So the first deck we played was kind of one color, and this is a 5-color deck. So it's completely the opposite, which is pretty cool. So the previous one's super easy, and this to play with this deck is actually pretty hard. Okay, we want to keep that one. We have 4 lands, 2 main colors, plains and mountains. Shivan Fire, 1 removal, 1 thing that will allow us to gain cards and something to bring back from the graveyard, either from our graveyard or from the opponent's graveyard. So it's actually a pretty decent start. For now, no, let's just put this one. Good, we get another removal. Yeah, so far so good. It's actually a pretty good start. Okay, right now we need to put something to potentially remove it. Another EZs? Seriously? Yeah, we got Steal Away. Perfecto. For now, let's just put these type of cards in play. I don't believe their opponent will put something relative reasonable in play. We have like decent amount of removal, but we don't have anything to kind of move the game into the winning state. Oh no, these are the exact EZs that I don't like with this freaking goblin. Got to snipe. Okay, it's time to play this, and it's time to play Squee the Immortal. Again, even if he will become countered, he never going to die. This is awesome. Even if opponent is going to steal him, you will be able to replay it. And this is like an infinite block. As long as you have enough mana, you will be able to, like... Opponent is just going to spend a lot of spells on this card to constantly rekill it, and we're going to constantly replay it, and replay it. I love Squee the Immortal. It's freaking... I mean, come on. I get that this card is not necessarily that popular. I never saw people use it throughout closed beta, since open beta. I don't know. It's not that good in meta, I guess. Okay, so first thing that we will do is we will try to play Squee and hopefully force opponent into a countering it. And then we probably just should destroy this tapped creature. And let's hope that opponent doesn't have a counter for that. Probably will return it back. Yeah, there's probably a returner. If it would be a counter, opponent would already counter it. There's nothing to think about. Yep, returner. It's pretty bad. We're still going to lose. We lost one. I'd say it's fine, it's fine. Still 2 mana. So opponent still will be able to kill Squee. Or do something, I don't know. So this particular moment, I have a lot of choices. I want to keep that one for later. Now let's just go with -3/-3 and try to kill this guy. Again, opponent probably has a returner. If it would be like counter spell, it would be already countered. It's probably the same returner. Or maybe opponent thinks like, yeah, to basically deal damage to activate its ability. Yeah. Not to just lose it pointlessly, but deal additional damage. Good. I don't believe that opponent is going to put anything in play with haste. And if something will be put in play with haste, I believe it's going to be super small that will be able to kill with Shivan's Fire. So, not that big of a deal. Ugh. So, not that big of a deal. Exactly. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so far so good. So, there's nothing to... Oh, by the way, it could be a good idea if we actually would try to return this one under our control. I mean, if we will actually do this, every target, like every spell that we're going to play will deal additional damage to an opponent, and we have a lot of instants and sorceries. But the problem is, I'm 100% sure that opponent is just going to kill it. If I would use it, I would use it on something bigger, so for now let's just keep it. And instead let's just try to draw 2 cards. Seems like a good idea. Oh snap, we got Angrath. Perfecto. So, on this stage of the opponent's turn, we're going to tap that one and draw a card. For now, let's just attack. Angrath is actually a good thing for us at this point. It all depends what opponent is going to put in play, though. I love to play with these type of decks. I love versatility in the decks. End of combat and end of turn. Good, we're getting more lands. And the cool thing is we have more than enough to place Angrath. The only problem is opponent might counter it though. There's a reason why opponent not playing anything. And if we're going to lose Angrath, it's going to be pretty bad. But we have to try. We have to try. It's probably a counter spell there then. If we're not going to try... Okay, good. So we'll go with +1, of course. No fire, no steel. Opponent wants to kill it, probably. Before. Or maybe opponent wants to choose. Click accept. Maybe opponent thinking what to discard before, or thinks what to do with Angrath. Surveil 2, choose an instant sorcery card in your graveyard. You may cast this card this turn. If that card would be put in your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Okay, it's probably going to be... Okay, I'm not necessarily understand how it works. So Surveil. Okay, instant sorcery card in your graveyard. Okay, shock. Opponent wants to kill Angrath. Yep, with lightning strike and this. It's pretty bad. And we're not able to do anything about it though. It's still fine. Opponent still needs to discard a card. Less cards to play and... Oh snap, this is good. Opponent lost fight with fire. We still have a lot of removal, which we're not going to be able to use with this type of deck, I believe. Unless opponent will start to put Drakes in play. Okay, good. We're going to steal it with Hermancer's Cage.
You ready to go toe-to-toe with me? Well, let's see what the wind blows in.
Muhaha. No, it's time. Right away, I guess. And we're going to draw 2 cards on the opponent's stage. There's nothing to play at this point. Yeah, the Squid the Immortal is actually perfect for this deck. I mean, we have a lot of -1s in here, and basically massive destroyers. Seriously? Second roll? With alternative art?
Messing up my equation.
We still have advantage. Okay, thing against hexproof, cool. Oh snap! Guess who is going to enter the battlefield? Please don't have a counter spell that could counter creature. Even if actually we're going to lose it, it doesn't matter. I mean, we'll be able to bring it back with this, with Rites from the Grave. Noise! So right now, we're not going to focus on Ral, we're just going to attack opponent. There's no point of killing Ral at this point. Probably more chance to kill the opponent. It would be a good idea to actually get fight with fire and just kill opponent with one strike. So next turn we're probably going to return the toplet back. Yep, the Drake's coming. So now we need to think either to keep removal. Actually I have more than enough lands to utilize everything, so let's just return our super big dino. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have a counter. Yep, good. 5, yeah, we don't have 5 lands for it, so yep, that's it. We'll provoke, because we have Shivan Fire. We might kill the Drake if opponent is going to block. Good. So we have a blocker that opponent might basically return back, and that way the only thing that could save us is either Gideon's Approach or Steal Away. So if Zetapo will be returned in our hand, I actually don't know what's going to happen, since this is a token. No, it's not a token. Yeah, it's not a token though. So I guess if you will return this one, it's just going to return as an actual card. I doubt that opponent will attack. But definitely opponent plans to returning Zetalpa back in our hand. And then attack with 8-4 and kinda kill us. But we have a lot of removal to kill 8-4. And we have more than enough lands to utilize both of them, even if one of them is going to be countered, so. This is the thing, this is the part that I love about these decks that I'm playing with, that, especially this one in particular, it's complexity. I mean, it definitely forces opponent to think, and it forces me to think, it forces me to strategize. When it comes down to, seriously? Oh, this is a weird choice. Yeah, definitely return all target permanents. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we will allow that. Opponent thinks, oh yeah, I'm winning, blah blah blah. No, 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 you're not. But still, opponent could do things. We still will be able to remove it though. Opponent probably not going to be able to do anything, so it's better not to steal it away, but actually kill it. 4 damage to target creature, exactly enough to kill it. And that's it. So at this point it could be a good idea to steal Ral again. and continue a little bit cautiously. And probably leave the rest. No, let's just put this one. I don't believe that we're going to use any type of removal next turn, because if opponent is going to put something in play, this something is given to be without haste, so we still will be able to counter it. I mean, we don't need lands. So we get back to the same position as we were in the previous turn. So I still have this in my hand, and I still kind of have the advantage. I have more cards, more removal. I could kill Enigma Drake with Shivan's Fire next turn by kicking it. But the question is, should I? Or should I focus on playing Zelpta? Primal Dome. It's kind of a big question though. Yeah. 9/4 probably will be just removed with Steal Away. It would be awesome if I would actually get Excellence Binding. I would definitely bind the dragon or the drake. So yeah, opponent decides to put everything in play. And draw 2 cards. Okay, kinda cool. The shut target artifact or enchantment you gain 4 life. This is actually a pretty good one. So yeah, the question is right now is what to play. So we need to tap lands ourselves. Just do that exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8. Play Drake or the dragon. And now I have 2 exactly to use either Shivan Fire or Steal Away. I'm probably going to keep it on Steal Away and kill the 9/4 next turn. Or this turn. I will attack. And will bluff. Opponent knows that I might bluffing, but I might not. So, yep. It's a good idea. I love these type of matches. This is the exact place when you like actually competing. You're competing with logic, you're competing with your skills, you're competing with everything. It's freaking awesome. Okay, whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever player casts an instant or social spell, you draw a card, and this spell can be countered. That's not bad. Yeah. You can lie whatever you want, Drake. Or the dragon. This is dragon, this is Drake. It's confusing. They all have wings. There's no freaking difference there. So yeah, opponent decides not to attack. We still have a lot of removal though, which is pretty cool. At some point we need to probably... It's probably not a good idea to play Squee at this point. He's not going to be able to block anyone. And I rather will keep lands to block or to kill. So this is instant, this is instant, this is sorcery, this is enchantment with flash, which means that it's instant, and this is instant too. So yeah, we'll be able to, yeah, let's just like create a super awesome strategy around killing the attacking creatures instead of putting things in play. There's no point of attacking though, because if I will attack, opponent will block with only one of them. No, actually it's probably a good idea to attack. Yeah, let's just attack. Oh, freaking creep, this one has vigilance, I completely forgot about it. Okay, with vigilance we're 100% needed to attack, so now opponent might kill it. No, decides not to. And that's it. It has double strike, we won. Aww. Opponent actually might fight this. I mean... Okay, good. Again, this is our first match with this deck. There's going to be another one. Again, with this deck we usually play in super long matches. These matches are never super short. Dragon! Whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature defending play controls. Cool. 3/3, costs 5. Continue! I'm not going through events yet, because again, before I will go into the events, first I need to gather the collection that I need, the cards that I need for my basic decks, and once I will establish my basic decks and make them better, then I will go and play events, because this is actually a pretty decent hand. It's not the best one, we have only 2 lands here, and we don't have any white, which is a bad thing. This is actually... no, this is a pretty bad hand. Oh, this is not even... okay, we need to keep that one. At least right here we have 3 lands. Not in a proper color. Oh snap, we're actually going to keep it on top. We're going to use it with those. Good. Good. Putting gate in play. So with this particular instance, I don't know what to play the best. Probably drawing 2 cards would be a good idea, but actually putting this one in play seems better. Oh, let's just draw 2 cards first. That way we have more time to kind of see what we have and strategize. Yeah, it was definitely a good idea to play this one first. Okay, definitely a white one. Now it's time to put something with defense in play. Again, if it got scaled, we're getting additional... Hello, Centaur. Okay, this one enters the battlefield untapped. If we control swamp or mountain, we control it, so... so it's time to probably put Angrath in play and steal to... this one to 3 with -3, or better just force opponent to lose 2 lives. I don't know. Putting in graph kind of seems too much. I would put him in play a little bit later, but let's just put it in play now. Why? It would die either way. Seriously? Okay, that was weird. I don't know why opponent didn't block it. So hopefully opponent is not going... Let's hope that opponent is not going to steal barrier. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Again, we're going to lose 0-4. 100% because we need to keep Angrath alive. We're good to get the proper land that we need. And next turn we need to think what to do. We'll be able to play almost everything that we have, which is pretty cool. So, enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 dragon, token. But again, it's only if we have another drake or dragon. In this particular instance, I don't even know what to do. Putting this one definitely not a good idea. We need to put blockers. So probably putting a creature could be a good idea. So first let's just use +1.
No fire.
No steel. Love it. Oh snap, opponent get rid of the steal away. Perfect. Again, putting Raul right now doesn't seem like a good idea. We don't have any many instants in here, so we're not going to be able to deal that much damage. With +1, kind of pointless to at this point. Yeah, we're going to keep Ral for later. Let's just utilize this now. It's going to be a pretty decent blocker for at least one of those creatures. Opponent probably will attack with all possible creatures at this point. Or maybe wait. It's probably better just wait. Oh snap, we need Massive Destroyer right now. We need Massive Destroyer. 2 Benalias, crazy. I have those two. Okay, so this one, as long as the player controls a black permanent, I have. Let's just kill 4/4 then. Nope. Let's just kill this one. Because after this one dies, it will create another knight. We don't need that. So yeah, I'm in pretty big trouble at this point. Ugh. I'm not going to be able to kill opponent. I don't have anything to destroy. So the only thing that I could do at this point is just put Ral in play and force opponent into not attacking me, but instead attacking. Just only one. No one is going to die with this. With 3. Oh snap! All creatures will get minus. This is. Oh no! This is a sorcery. This is bad. Okay, let's just take this one. At least it will make creatures smaller or whatever. At this point, I don't have another choice. Like truly, I need to play it. Okay, Squee we're going to keep on top. It's going to produce a pretty good defense. Yeah, that's it. So now it's going to be a pretty crazy stuff. I mean, I'm probably not going to kill me this turn, but it's going to be... Oh, snap. Yep, we're done. It was a good one. Oh no, we survived. Snap, we survived. That's pretty bad. Yeah, we're done. Regardless. I could actually go with +1 and see what I will get from the top. I probably should do that though. Instead of putting the Encyclopedia and Squid the Immortal, that way I might basically take some things. But either way, it was a pretty cool game. It was much faster than the previous one, of course, but... Whew, that was good. At least the fact that I'm lost, it's not important. Yeah, for almost 2 weeks, I'm not able to get to the Bronze Tier 1. I got to the Bronze Tier 1, I almost get to the Silver, and then I got dropped back to the Bronze. Actually, the rank works pretty stupid. I mean, it's never consistent. Sometimes you will get rank after loss, sometimes you will lose rank after win. I don't know what the heck is happening with the rank. It's not important at this point because I don't believe that it gives us anything, this rank thing. I don't know how Magic actually is going to work with ranks. Either there is a overall ranking system that basically was used in all Magic throughout all sets, doesn't matter. So there's no seasons, and whatever or whenever you will get in this rank, it's probably a bad idea to take this hand. The only reason why I took it is because I have this. If I will get 3 lands, I also will be able to use this one if I will get 3rd land. This is bad. This is bad. Goodbye. Revel the Riches, or Shock, or Invoke the Divine. One probably will discard Revel the Riches. It all depends what deck opponent has, though. I would discard Revel the Riches, considering the fact that I don't have enough lands. Okay, shock. Going into this. So now opponent knows our hand. This is bad. It's probably a pirate deck. Yep. Goodbye, Fiery Cannonade now. No, right now probably invoke the Divine. Nope, Fiery Cannonade, because why would you? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yep, we're not getting a third land. This is bad. We need a third land. This is probably going to be our last match. Seriously? Ugh. It's not that big of a deal. And the problem is, the fact that we have any, like, playing against pirates, the Fiery Cannonade is not going to work. So it's kind of a pointless spell for us. There's no point of bringing it back, though. Goodbye, Revel the Riches. Or no, invoke the Divine right now. It's probably a good idea to discard. Definitely feel like I'm under duress. No, Revel the Riches, cool. Finally. So we're definitely going to search for a red one, like without a doubt. This deck kind of specializes on discarding, so at some point an opponent might use something that could discard a creature. Hello, Harpy. Harpy. So now we able to gain control. But what's the point? Let's just sacrifice our own artifact and gain 4 life. It seems like a good idea at this point. Because the opponent is just going to steal it. There's no point of stealing anyone with act of treason. These creatures are pretty small. It's not going to give us anything. Yeah, this deck is pretty slow, which is a good thing for us. We might get out of this, maybe even winning, if we'll have enough time. And it's not 100%. Okay, it's pretty bad. Yeah, we're going to gain that one a little bit later. Opponent probably going to sacrifice Skeleton right now, no? Oh no. Yep. Yep, I wanted to sacrifice the Skeleton for the different purpose, but... Oh, guess what? We're going to take it under control. Like it's freaking important. It's a shame that we're not able to do anything with it. I mean, we just took control of it and that's it. It would be awesome if we would be able to sacrifice it or whatever. Yeah, now we're probably going to die quicker. Goodbye. The only card that the opponent could discard. Hello, goblins. So, it all... We need something to gain a lot back life that we lost. Our next turn is going to be our last. Whatever. Yeah, we just didn't get lucky enough. It's still enough to kill us, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly 6. Good game. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I wish we had like Shivan Fire at this point to kill at least one of the goblins. That way we might survive till next turn. And who knows, maybe we would get something that could give us life. Either way. Yeah, we actually have time for one more match. Let's just go into another one. another one, and another one, and another one. So overall throughout the day I played a lot of Magic, but again I won only 7 matches, like overall. In the morning I played for about an hour, maybe less, and then of course during the session, this is the second hour, almost over. Ugh. Yeah, for a moment I forgot that I have a headache, and now I remembered about it. So I have a headache. So still, it didn't went away. It's still there, and it's still annoying. So it would be awesome if we would have this one. But again, you gain twice X life. It's still, we need to have a lot of mana to use it properly. Okay, fast deck. It's not a good thing. Aggressive decks is not a good idea for. But that's not necessarily an aggressive deck. Might not be. So again, as a reminder, this is the 5th season for Magic. For MTG Study. From now on, we will focus only on playing Magic. And we're going to study during the play, just through a play study, as I'm calling. So still the idea is to continue to learn Magic, because again, if I want to create my own tabletop games, the more experience I will get from Magic. I remember the first couple of years of getting experience in playing Magic would inspire me a lot into creating my own stuff, and probably this is the reason why I decided to kind of use it as a hobby, basically as a hobby, not just play Magic, but actually utilize this information into creating something on my own. Because I believe as people we need to do that. Instead of just like consuming stuff, we need to think how to. Okay, it's pretty interesting. I'm probably not going to use Gideon's Reproach on this fanatic. Opponent might put something in play. Yeah, for now I'm just going to skip. Probably just use the Encyclopedia and gain additional card. So yeah, instead of consuming, I believe we should consume something, get something out of it. Yeah, I'm not going to kill it. It's pointless. The cool thing is the opponent doesn't have a clue what type of deck we have, which is one of the coolest things that I like about my deck. It's unpredictable. It has like some elements of predictability, of course, but in most cases it's kind of unpredictable. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to kill our own artifact at some point if we're not going to have enough life. So just continue into the opponent's stage. It's a shame that we don't have anything to kill Ral. Ral is just will continue to go into the crazy length until he gets -7 and produces 4/5/5 dragons and we're done. It's probably a bad thing. The only thing that will help us, of course, is the Excellence Binding, or the thing that I forget how it's called, that will be able to steal Planeswalker. Pretty close to its realization of its final ability. So yeah, before that in Magic Arena, like when we went in, like when we were in a closed beta stage, I was too focused on making things too crazy. I mean, I created a lot of decks, I basically just experimented, and as a result I created about 20 plus decks that I can't control at this point, which is pretty annoying. Oh, pretty cool. So we might actually put this one in play, but no. later. Opponent might put a first strike on it, but again, for now we have enough lives. We'll continue to draw cards. So we potentially could use Gideon's Reproach on this one. Okay, we got a Planeswalker that we're not able to play. Actually able to play, but should we though? Yeah, we don't have enough lands to protect ourselves and at the same time oh wait a minute, +1 ability actually will help us. Yep, let's just play him. +1 ability will help us to untap up to 2 lands. The only problem is opponent could kill it. No, with 2 lands it's not enough to kill the fairy. You need combinations of direct spells. And the next turn, if the fairy will survive, we will put Sarkhan back on the top of the library, third from the top. Basically, we'll use -3 ability of the fairy. So right now we need to untap proper lands, because I'm probably going to use Gideon's Reproach on 2/2. We need probably Mountain. No, let's bluff into a counter spell. We have red, we have 2 blues. Right now so many people are playing Magic, this is crazy. You're never going to get discovered at all. Like previously I had a couple of viewers throughout like streaming, but right now I'm going to have 0. Yeah, opponent wants to kill it. The question is how exactly. With Lightning Strike, with combination of... Yep. Yep, we can do anything with this. It's a shame. Let's hope that next turn we will get either Ixalan's Binding or to basically steal Sarkhan, because we need to steal Sarkhan. Because next turn, potentially -7 could be used, so... Let's hope that opponent is going to attack with 4/4 right now and we're going to steal it. Or not steal it, but kill it. So, let's hope that opponent doesn't have things. Remove 3 counters from it. It's still opponent can do. Just remove counters and add 3 mana. Maybe something will be played. Or maybe play some type of a spell, direct spell, and put additional counter on it, and it's not going to be enough to kill it. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so far so good. We're kind of surviving. I'm actually thinking about... oh, this is our turn. I'm going to do this on my turn. This is a shame. So let's see what opponent will do. If like I'm interested in the fact like did opponent will use a card -7 ability or not. This is something that I'm kind of interested in. Yep, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. The only thing that could save us is the card that basically forces to sacrifice everything. But I decided not to buy it, so now we're probably going to lose this match. Okay, it's time. No, we're actually going to use it next turn. No. We need to think. Yes, because next turn we might get something that could give us life. It's better to play something this turn. Ah, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Not able to bring anything back from the graveyard. Not able to kill anything. We could use Spit Flame to kill 6/6. Or 5/5, one of the 5/5s. Okay, let's just proceed into the next one and see what's going to happen. But I believe we're done. There's too many things. 4 dragons, come on. The only thing that could save me is Fire Bento is probably going to kill our blockers right now. It's a good idea to do. Or that. How many lives I will get if I will play this? 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will get 6, 12, 20, 12 lives I will get. It's probably something that I should do at this point. Oh snap. But it's still not going to be enough to survive, yes? Yes. Getting 12 lives. It's not freaking enough. Getting 4. Let's think. Getting 4, killing 1 dragon. Yeah, just do this. I'm still going to die though. Wait a minute. That was pretty weird. I had -7 before opponent dealt damage to me. That was weird. So yeah, that was the last match for the day, I guess. It was pretty kind of fine session. I mean, we didn't win every match, but we didn't lose every match either, which is pretty cool. And I actually liked the second part of the session better because we played less matches, but we played much more, I don't know, valuable matches in terms of the like learning Magic, which is the reason why I'm playing Magic, to learn Magic, not to become better at Magic and win every match, but actually just to grow as a tacticianer in order to then to use these abilities to create my own stuff. So again, as I said before, I believe we all should do this. If you play some type of game, get experience from this game and then like utilize it in your life somehow, because if you're just going to play without necessarily getting anything from it, just spending time, it's probably a waste of time. Again, time is precious. We don't have unlimited lives to live, and we need to choose what we need to do. And if I will choose to play Magic, I want to not just spend time senselessly, but actually learn something. And these type of things I will hopefully get from Magic from now on. So yeah, again, still a lot of things to do. I mean, I will continue to make my Seekers deck better. I finished building my 3 Seekers deck, so it's exactly in the state that I've built in, but it still needs to be tweaked. After I will build the Seekers deck, I will go into the best of 3, and I will basically continue with providing things for best of 3. We actually could create a couple of things for best of 3 already. I mean, the things that I'm 100% sure about. So for instance, I'm 100% sure about this one in here. This has to be here, and that's it. That's it. Yep. I also need 2 of these at some point. So yeah, this one is going to be the hardest one to build, but it is actually not the end. I mean, besides this deck, I have my Victory Seekers deck, which is a much more complicated. It's the singleton deck, which not for the singleton. It has multiple copies of cards, and it's a Planeswalker deck too, and it has 5 colors too. So ideally, right now I have like 4 decks. Again, I have my Tree Seekers deck, I have my singleton deck, I have the Color Seekers for best of 3, and I also have a deck for Victory Seekers. So, and from now on, I'm going to focus. For now, I'm going to focus on building those decks. That's it. So I'm not going to like build any other decks. I kind of started to create like additional deck with elves. I might actually delete that one. I just built it for, I don't know. It's pretty bad, but I kind of like it. It has a lot of elves here, and Rostka and a couple of cool stuff. So I will basically, to make things a little bit more interesting, try to play both of those decks, because if I'm going to everyday play the Tree Seekers, it's going to be crazy. So this deck is in most cases created to go play quick matches, go with the daily quests and earn some gold. That's it. So, and usually I'm using it for this purpose. This is more a stream-oriented deck. We're going to probably play with this deck only from now on. Probably next session is going to be with Seekers only deck. Because, again, matches are longer and you can get more things from it. And the Tree Seekers, it's something that I basically built for playing every day outside of the streams. And Nature Seekers is just basically something that provides a little bit more contrast to it, not to stick to one, not to stick to one deck only, but actually kind of diversify. So yeah, stream got disconnected again, it got reconnected again, so it's crazy. Let's just finish on that note and kind of say goodbye. So again, this session was kind of cool. I guess on that note, again, we will see you in the next session. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here. Have a nice day or night, and again, see you in the next session. Bye.